Good day, everybody. Good day. And welcome to Living Life in Joy on Sunday. Yes, we have moved the Living Life in Joy to Sundays right here. But let me tell y'all, don't miss Sunday in Praise because you know I'm going to sprinkle a little Sunday in Praise in the Living Life in Joy. Yes, because you can't have Living Life in Joy without some praise, without some praise. So welcome to Living Life in Joy, our first show celebrating Women's History Month. Good day, everybody. Good day. So let me see, where do I want to start? So I'm Rev Melissa, y'all. I'm Rev Melissa, and I am thrilled to be with you all today on Sunday. And so the Living Life in Joy, our mission for this show, our purpose for this show is to spread joy, to let folks know that there are wonderful things happening out here in the world and that wonderful people are living their life in joy. And so that is what the purpose is for this show, to be a vessel of joy. When I took my vows, that was my vow, to be a vessel of joy in the world and for my soul to say yes. So we're celebrating Women's History Month, and today is a particularly wonderful day for me because today is my grandmother's birthday. My grandmother passed April 27th, 1994. And my mother's online, so I'm just going to acknowledge my mother because this was my mother's mother. And she was my grandmother. That's my grandmother, Ethel Gibson. She was a praying woman, and she taught me the power of silence and stillness. Is that being silent and still is very powerful. She was a woman of really, really small words. She didn't talk much, but when she did, oh, you better watch out. And the wonderful thing is, she didn't really have to talk much because her presence said everything. So I just want to give acknowledgement to my grandmother who embedded in our family the power of prayer, the legacy of prayer, and I am so grateful to carry on that legacy to my children. So I think we should get ready. So let's go, set, ready. Hey, okay. All right, so who is that up on the screen? I know you're saying, that ain't a woman. I thought we were doing Women History Month, Red Melissa. Well, y'all know this is my purpose partner, Sekou Wrights. And there is a specific reason why he is with me to kick off our Women's History Month celebration here on Living Life in Joy. Because Sekou is doing something marvelous for Women's History Month. So before we get into that, let me just remind you all who he is. He is doing his best to be a hero. He's an author, playwright, songwriter, jewelry maker, poet, journalist, visionary, and creative. Yes, he is. And he is one of my best friends, my soul brother, right here on Living Life in Joy. Sekou Wrights. Hey, Sekou.
Great intro. Great intro. I'm trying not to blush on camera. That's a lot of stuff you said. It's a lot of
Hey,
stuff.
you're doing a lot of things. You're doing a lot of things.
Yeah. But thanks for having me. Good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have you.
Or
always.
back in front of the camera, at least. Back in front of the camera. Because I'm always here, behind the scenes.
That's right. So those of you who don't know, Sekou is a producer. Yes, he's my producer for Morning Sip and for Living Life in Joy and for other wonderful things. It's wonderful. If you don't have yourself a purpose partner in your life, you need to get yourself one. Someone who helps you to stay accountable to your work. We do that for each other. So Sekou, Sunday in Praise used to be here, and now we're in Living Life in Joy. But what I want folks to know, this is part of the sprinkle of the Sunday in Praise, right? Because part of the segment in Sunday in Praise was a Won't He Do It? You remember that? Won't He Do It? And so I want Sekou to start. We want to start this process by talking about how sometimes things seem separate. You know, we're going about doing different things in our lives, right? And they seem separate. And I ran off a litany of things that Sekou does, right? So how have those things start to connect for you?
Yeah, so I spoke about this a little bit last time, and I want to expound on what I said before, because for most of my adult life, I've considered myself a jack of all trades, master of none. And I have been really annoyed with myself about starting something and then starting something else and then starting something else on top of that and then starting something else. And so I have been mostly frustrated with myself about doing so many different things. And it's only recently, like pandemic recently, when I finally begun to accept the different things that I do. And because of that acceptance, I feel like they are intertwining themselves and becoming a big thing that I can't quite see yet, but I have faith that they are all coming together into a big thing that is just beyond my vision. So that sense of faith is new, because previously, like if this was me a couple years ago and all these different things that happened, I'd be like, man, you just did that. And now you're doing this other thing. And I would be really down on myself. And so the pivot is the perspective. The pivot is the perspective. Like I am open to where this is leading me. And I don't really know where, but I'm open to it. And I think that's why things feel like they're coming together.
Yeah. And that's so powerful, because when we talk about Won't He Do It, we know that there is a power, right, that is making the connections, that's connecting the dots in our lives. And Sekou is a perfect demonstration of that. And so part of our conversation today, and why we are celebrating Women's History Month by having our first guest be a man, is because Sekou is bringing it for women in Women's History Month in a very specific and dynamic and service-oriented way. So Sekou, what you got going on in March? What's happening?
Yeah, so I owe you a thanks for this, because you've helped shape what it is. So for March, Hero Hoodies, which, I mean, your congregation of joy knows all about Hero Hoodies because you talk about it so much. But for those of you who are just joining the program, I created this thing called Hero Hoodies. I've got one on now. It is a get one, gift one situation. Go. So you get one for yourself and I gift one to the unhoused. It's a project that I created specifically for an event at the end of last year, but it just really blossomed and has become something much bigger than I anticipated. And so my intention is to continue it through the year of 2021. And this month, the month of March, I'm taking it to 3 different cities. So I'm taking it to Memphis, Tennessee, taking it to Louisville, Kentucky, taking it to Walls, Mississippi, and visiting women's shelters in those 3 cities because this is Women's History Month, and donating children's size Hero Hoodies to women there so that they can gift something brand new to the children in their lives. And this is a news flash. This is brand new, hot off the press. You don't even know about this yet. We're also contributing cosmetics to the moms, to the women in the shelters. That came from Jay White. She's the founder of Project Love Storm. She has been very helpful to me in terms of giving me advice and giving me inspiration. She works with the unhoused here in Nashville, and it was her event that I initially wanted to support. Her third annual Hoodies for the Homeless event is the event that I initially wanted to support, and then I got connected with her, and I've been the beneficiary of all her dope ideas. So I told her what we were doing, and she was like, yeah, you should give the mom something. And so she herself, I wrote it down, is donating compact mirrors and collagen masks, and also hot off the press, a friend of mine in New York is donating not just lotion, but Hero Hoodie lotion. We got lotion now. What? So we're collecting all these cosmetics. The call is out. If anyone wants to donate cosmetics or purchase a children's size Hero Hoodie, please go to the website, Check us out. Get involved. So
What's the website, Sekou?
I'm going to put it up on the screen since I'm also the producer. I'm going to put it up on the screen. This is giveherohoodies.com.
All right. And so that just reminded me, Sekou, I have probably 100 toiletry size shampoos and conditioners and soaps, from just traveling when we used to do that a lot at different hotels. And I will always scoop them up and bring them home and just toss them in a drawer. So I'm going to box that up this week and ship them to you.
Yes.
So
Yes.
the call is out, y'all, for Women's History Month. We want to give these women who are in a challenging situation. They're living in a shelter, many of them with their children. And and so we want to just bring them some joy. We want them to know that they are not out here alone, that they have support out here. They may not know your name, but they know that there are people out here in the world that love them and that are lifting them up and are seeing that good is coming. Good is here, good is present, and good is being reflected back to who they are. So Sekou, this is fabulous. This is fabulous. And I love the way that it continues to expand. It just
Yeah.
continues to expand.
Yeah, unexpectedly so. I'm being led by spirit. I'm letting other people's spirit lead me. Like it was your idea to do the children's size hero hoodies. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. And this lotion idea came out of nowhere. It's going to be blue to kind of match the blue of the hero hoodies. So super excited about that. And Lenora, I see Lenora's here. She's team captain. And like a part of why we're doing this, part of why we're going to women's shelters is because Lenora once was a resident of a women's shelter. And so the idea is not to just make it meaningful for me, but also make it meaningful for the people who have decided to get involved, to volunteer their time as team captains, and to move this whole movement forward. So I'm happy she's here. Shout out to Lenora.
Hey, shout out to Lenora. Yes, yes. Lenora is an amazing woman, amazing woman. So shout out to Lenora and to all the team captains out there who are, about that hero life. We're about that hero life. Yes. So Sekou knows what's coming up. He knows what we do on the show. And so I got my 3 joy questions and we changed them up just a little bit. One of the questions is a little different. So, what does joy look like for you, Sekou?
Yeah, so as usual, I wasn't prepared because I'm so busy trying to get the things ready for the show. I forget that I'm the guest. So right before, when we were in the green room, I was like, what are the questions again? And I had to write them down. So that said, my answer to the question is a phrase I'm going to steal from Reverend Darby. She preached a sermon where she mentioned me, and she said that I was moving in the rhythm of God's grace. And that really stuck with me. And it's a phrase that has incorporated itself into my language now. I find myself using that phrase. And I think that's it. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't really know what's going on, why all these things are coming together, why I've been led to do this work and why there's so much energy around it. But I'm just trying to stay the course, not get upset at myself for doing so many things, and also not quit. And I have to say that because, this hero hoodies thing has gotten so big so fast that it really is scary for me. And people don't believe me when I say that because I do so many things and all over the place. But no, this hero hoodies thing is a little different. It's kind of like my analogy for myself is I felt like I was about to jump over this creek. I'm about to get a running start and jump over this creek. And I got a running start and I jump over the creek and landed in Bangkok with a group of people around me talking about where we're jumping to next. I'm like, hold on now. Give me a second, right? And so it's funny. Many of the team captains get in touch with me, and sometimes I'm hard to catch. But often it's not so much that I'm busy. Yeah, I'm busy, but also I'm just kind of like, whoo, let me just catch my breath. Let me just ease into this. So I'm doing my best to move in the rhythm of God's grace.
Yes, I love that. Doing your best to move in the rhythm of God's grace. And that's what happens when you answer the call. That's what happens when you connect to your yes. And the wonderful thing that you're saying, Sekou, is that you trust the universe, you have faith in the unseen, right? So folks need to understand that just because all of these things are happening, the hero hoodie movement is for real, right? However, sometimes we don't know every single thing. We want the big picture. And the only thing we have to do is take the one step. And then the next thing will be there. And then we take the next step. And so Sekou is a demonstration of that. A demonstration of that. So I hope that's inspirational to you all. If you're thinking about, putting yourselves out there, but you don't have every single step that you need to take planned out, don't worry about that. Just do your step. You make a small step and God makes a big one. Guaranteed, guaranteed. So let me go to question number 2. So I say living life in joy. That is my thing. I am working in that vibration of joy. So what are you living life in, Sekou?
So I'm living life in abundance. I can say that quickly and easily because I've been participating in all the things that you've been doing. I've been participating in the 30-day mental diet classes that you've been teaching. I've been, paying attention to the SIPs. Even though I'm producing, I'm also paying attention to what you're talking about. So my word is abundance. My affirmation, my one-word affirmation is abundance. That's the word that I'm manifesting for myself. And in the process, I have learned that I somehow unwittingly started romanticizing the idea of being a starving artist. And I've spent most of my adult life romanticizing that idea without realizing it, but kind of loving that struggle. And I'm putting that down. Like I am letting that go. Like I can be an artist and I can do good things and I can also create a life that's sustainable for me and my family and my friends. I want to create a sustainable life. So my word is abundance, and I'm manifesting that every day.
Yes. And what's your incantation?
Oh, see, this is behind the scenes talk. She knows what my incantation is. So this is for y'all. So my incantation, this is new. I am habituated abundance.
Habituated abundance.
Habituated.
When he said that in the 30-day mental diet class, y'all, oh my goodness, we was about to go into some singing and shouting.
Yeah.
It was so good. So shout out to all my 30-day mental diet folks. I see you, Lindsay. Oh yes, we had a good time. We had a really good time. So the last question is, yes, trust faith in the unseen, is what is your joy song?
Yeah, so I struggled on this one. So the first time you interviewed me, I did one of the song that I co-wrote with Gina Calloway. We played that. And then afterwards, I know I should have done something else. And so I went back and forth quite a bit. And then just now, when we were in the green room, like I abandoned the song that I was going to play. And I realized that I don't have a particular joy song. But what I do have is I have a joy playlist. And I didn't think about it that way until this morning. But I've been listening to a lot of self-development tapes, motivational tapes, that kind of stuff, trying to rewire my brain for abundance. And one of the speakers I listened to said that you should create a tape for yourself, like a motivational tape that's like it's like break in case of emergency. If all else fails and you got nothing, you can't get yourself going, you listen to yourself telling yourself that you can do it, right? Yeah. And I remixed that. I've been using WhatsApp a lot. Those of you who know me know that I've been killing WhatsApp, and that's new. That's because I came to Nashville. It's a driving culture, and I'm driving a lot. I'm using WhatsApp to do voice text. Anyway, what I've done is I've cherry picked some of my favorite voice messages to me that say encouraging things that other people have said to me about how I'm doing okay, and what I'm doing. I've got a message from you in there, and I put that into a playlist, and I listen to that when I jog, and that's part of what helps ground me. Like if I don't feel like I got it together, I listen to these other people telling me that you got it together, and that helps get me there. So I have a joy playlist, and if you've sent me a WhatsApp within the last year, you probably in my playlist.
I love that, Sekou. I love that. Always putting a twist on things. I love it. I love it. So Tell us again the dates and let folks know how they can get involved in the Women's Hero Hoodies movement for March.
Yeah, so I'm going to put stuff on the screen. That's the website, giveherohoodies.com. And I'm going to throw something else up here. I put this together this morning. Here we go. We got team captains and a call to action. So there's Lenora, there's Jacinta, and there's Joy. Those are the 3 cities: Louisville, Kentucky, Memphis, Tennessee, and Walls, Mississippi. And the mission, the March mission, is to deliver children's hero hoodies and cosmetics to moms and women's shelters in those 3 cities. And just to circle back to what you said about stepping out on faith, I still don't know how I'm going to get to these 3 cities. I still don't know. But I'm putting it out there, and I'm holding it in faith, and I'm moving in the rhythm of God's grace. I feel like it's going to work itself out, and I'm excited about what's to come. So if you're interested in getting involved, if you've got some shampoos laying around your house that you could get rid of, feel free to send them on. And you can find me on social media. I'm Sekou Writes everywhere. And you can go to the website and pick up a children's size hero hoodie, and I will automatically donate one to the unhoused or to the women's and women's shelters for this month. And also you can double up. Some people have done that where you buy one and then donate both. So not only the one that would have come to you, but the bonus hoodie, you donate that as well. So there's lots of ways to get involved, and yeah, you know, we'd love to have you. So come help us out.
Come help us out. Come help us out. And if you live in those cities, you could actually volunteer. You could show up in person, coordinate with Sekou first, of course, but you could show up and get a person-to-person experience.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, because it will change your life. It will. Like, I have donated money for many years, but I worked with the unhoused once, and that spawned Hero Hoodies. Physically, I worked with them, so that's an entirely different experience. So please come out, please join us, change your life.
Change your life and change someone else's life too. And be a hero. Be a hero. And what do you say, Sekou? Be a hero in your own life?
Yeah, keep doing, be a hero, be your own hero. And remember that now is better than perfect, which is so
yes,
as well.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Sekou. Fabulous as always. And so we're going to keep it moving, y'all, because we are celebrating. This is a celebration. We are celebrating women. And I just want to shout out again to my mom who is here. And she wrote, one step at a time. Yes, mommy, one step at a time. And God takes care of the next step. And you taught me that. You taught me that. So for Women's History Month, I am recognizing and honoring the presence of my grandmother from the spiritual realm. And I am honoring and so grateful for my mother, Eunice Gibson, being everything to me in my life. So my mother is a queen, y'all. My mother is a queen. And so I'm dedicating this next joy video to my mom and to my grandmother, the queens in my life.
Hey, queen.
Hey, queen.
Hey, queen. Sister.
Girl, you've done it again.
You are constantly raising the bar for all of us and doing so flawlessly.
You do know that you're that girl, right?
I hope that when you wake up in the morning and look in the mirror, you see how divine you are.
Know that so many people want what you got.
You have dreams to fulfill and promises to yourself that you must keep.
I know at times you feel underappreciated and misvalued. Trust me, we've all been there.
So it's necessary that you can count on yourself.
Now, don't go seeking perfection.
Extend yourself a little grace.
Don't be afraid to celebrate the little wins as much as the big ones.
You, Miss Thang, are courageous. You are dynamic. You are principled.
So baby girl, just remember, respect is a minimum.
There's a sweet justice in knowing that the path you are on was designed for you and you alone.
Doing right by yourself never goes out of style.
Everything about you is majestic and a force to be reckoned with.
Trust me, people are paying attention. You're special and worthy of praise. Don't shy away from it.
And you don't have to get your groove back because guess what? You never lost it.
it's also important to rest. Make sure your hustle doesn't get in the way of your health. Girl, take care of yourself.
And the next time you want to second guess yourself, don't do it.
So pause for a second right now and relax, relate, release.
You are needed. You are appreciated.
Girl, you make me so proud. And I love you.
Remember,
You are 100%
That
Queen.
Oh, yes.
I love that. If y'all need some inspiration, just check out any one of those Hey Queen videos. It is just, oh, talk about a joy playlist. That's one of my joy playlists. So Hey Queens, a shout out to all the women on the planet who are doing their thing, making it happen, showing up in their purpose, living their life to the best of their ability, getting some rest, getting some rest. I heard that one. That one was especially for me. And doing what we do best, doing what we do best, and that is love. We love fiercely and we love fearlessly. So happy Women's History Month. I love women. I love women. I think we are just so awesome. And so I want to shout out another queen. So you have, oh, mommy. Oh, I don't mean to make you cry, mommy. I hope it's joys of tears. I hope it's tears of joy. Tears of joy. Yes, yes, yes. Just sending you love, mommy. Sending you love. Just send my mother some love vibrations. Yes. So there's another queen, mommy, that I want to shout out. And you may have noticed this beautiful jewelry that I'm wearing today. And it was made by a queen. Her name is Gladys Williams. And she is the creator of Asante Jewels. She is amazing. All of her work is hand done, hand painted, created by her. Many of them are one of a kind. Sekou just put up her website, Asante's Jewels. She makes unique, handcrafted costume jewelry. And so I will be shouting her out by wearing her jewelry on Living Life in Joy, especially. And she will be our special guest the last Sunday in this month. She's going to close out Women's History Month. So I am so excited. If you want a wonderful piece, even this piece I have on, y'all. Yes, you can have this. Yes, you can. And let me just tell y'all, the necklace, this piece comes off and you can make it a brooch. Come on now. I'm going to wear the brooch tomorrow in morning sip because I'm not playing with y'all. I'm serious. Most of her jewelry you could do more than one thing with. She is a master. She's a master jewelry maker. So Queen Gladys Asante Jewels, she is bringing it for you for Women's History Month. Yes, yes. So please check her out. Support her craft. Support her work. Support her gift. Support her yes. This is her yes. This is how she connects to her yes. All right? You can follow her on Facebook and Instagram also. All right, y'all. So we're going to close out the show. We're closing out the show with a quote. And this is a quote from one of my favorite authors, Toni Morrison. And my favorite book of Toni Morrison is Beloved. I love this book, Beloved and Song of Solomon. Those are my two favorite Toni Morrison books. And there is one line in this book that when I read it, I burst into tears. And so we're going to put that quote up. You are your best thing. You, beloved, are your best thing. And so we need to know it and we need to show it and we need to let the whole world know it that we are our best thing. You, mommy, you are your best thing. Yes, you, Heike, are your best thing. You, Vanessa, are your best thing. You, Lindsay, are your best thing. Women, women across the world, you are your best thing. So act like you know it. Yes. And let's show up for each other as our best thing. as our best thing. Because guess what? As a mother of 2 girls who are now 14 years old, I want them to know that they are their best thing. They are their best thing. So that's what we're doing. That's how we are living life in joy. That's how we are staying connected to our yes, by knowing that God did not make no junk and that we are our best thing. So you'll join me tomorrow for Morning Sip, Spirit and Praise. And we're going to start a new series. As you know, it's Monday. We start a new series. We had our mystical series. Oh, it was so good. So tomorrow we start something new. So thank you all for joining me for our first Living Life in Joy on Sunday with a little sprinkle of Sunday in praise. I see you, Sharice. Yes, I love you, girl. I love you. And we're just going to keep it going. Next Sunday, our guest, Sekou referred to her. She is the founder and creator of Project Love Strong, Jay White. She'll be joining us next week to share her joy, to share her purpose in life. So let's live life in joy, y'all. Let's do that. And let's connect to our yes. Peace and blessings.